gossip, entertainment, fashion, trend, and more.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 22 of the Chatty Reese Show. Without further ado, you know how we like to do, just get right into it. And first up on the list, we gotta talk about divorce in the black. When I tell y'all, social media is so dramatic. First of all, it took me a few days to watch it because I've been so busy this past week. So when it first aired, I wasn't able to watch it right away with everybody. But of course, Black Twitter, Black TikTok, Black Internet pretty much was dragging the movie. I seen nothing but bad reviews. I didn't see not one. When I say not one good review on this movie, it was all bad across the board. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm not gonna rush to see it. I'm gonna see it when I see it. That sucks that it's bad because the trailer looked kind of good, and it's Tyler Perry and then Megan Good and Corey. Here we go. So finally, yesterday before work, I woke up early in the morning. I was like, I gotta watch this movie, and it was 2 hours and 4 minutes long. I enjoyed the movie, and I was just like, what the hell? Now, it was certain parts and certain things. I got my certain critiques. My main critiques with the movie was, one, it didn't have to be 2 hours. Tyler Perry will drag out a show, a scene, in a movie. Tyler said he gonna get his time, baby. You gonna give him his time. It did not have to be 2 hours long, 2 hours and 4 minutes long. I thought that was way too long. I'm not going to say all the acting was bad. I did not mind the acting. Only acting that I felt was super forced was Corey's mother and brothers. Their acting was a little forced a little bit. Other than that, everybody else that was in the movie are professional, I would say A-list actors and actresses. So I didn't have a problem with the acting. It was no bad wigs. It was no bad wigs. I'm trying to think what else. What was my other critique? I said it was too long. It was something else that I had for y'all. It'll come back to me. Overall, though, if I had to grade the movie, so I like Tyler Perry movies. I'm corny like that. I like Tyler Perry movies. I think they're cool. Only thing I hate about Tyler Perry is when he dragged them out. Predictable. It just clicked in my head. It's a very predictable movie. You know what's going to happen. You know how it's going to end. And I feel like, though, with all the Tyler Perry movies, we know what's going to happen when it ends. I don't feel like it's ever a movie that Tyler Perry has done that's really shocked us and was like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. I feel like with all his movies, you can sit and watch and be like, okay, this is how that's going to end. So that don't really bother me. But all in all, Divorce in the Black was a really, really, really good movie. I feel like Corey's character maybe could have been a little bit more crazy. I felt like it was his stalking and craziness was a little toned down. But it could have been a little bit more crazier in that field. But Megan Good did amazing. I feel like she did great. I feel like, too, that scene when she, spoiler, so if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, I'm about to spoil, so you might want to fast forward ahead or something. The scene where she killed him, I feel like it could have been more of a fight, because I feel like he came in the house, oh, I'm going to go do whatever. They tussled, she got the gun and just shot him. It wasn't a real, thing. And then they flipped the camera they was back in the hospital with her dad getting discharged, and the family was in there saying he was dead. Those little things don't really bother me. I enjoy those little things. I don't know. The funeral scene was insane. Tyler Perry is crazy as hell, because who even thinks to take a dead corpse out of a casket? 35 years old, in all my 35 years on this earth, I've touched 2 corpses, which was my Uncle Spike and my Grandma Wilhelmina. I kissed my own grandma when she passed, and I touched my uncle's hand. And I don't do the whole touching dead corpse thing. I could imagine my mom looking at me talking about something, lift him up. Because I'll be looking at her like, bitch, you do it. Like, you lift him up. But it wasn't as bad as y'all dragged it out and dramatized it to be. I don't think the movie was that bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to watch the movie again. I watched it by myself. I'm going to make my husband sit down and watch the movie now. Yeah, I just feel like social media just don't like Tyler Perry. I feel like we just give Tyler Perry a hard way to go because his writing is not what we really want it to be. And especially with black women, they feel like black women get this rap of being like bitter black women when it comes to him writing. And I understand that. But as far as this movie goes, it just really, it really wasn't as bad as y'all made it out to be. So yeah, that's my review on Divorce in the Black. Child, speaking of divorce, if this can even relate, TikTok. I keep telling y'all, for those of y'all that watch on here and watch on Instagram and don't follow me on TikTok, and if you're watching this on TikTok, it's because I'm shooting this for YouTube. It goes down on TikTok. And specifically, I'm aiming this at my cousin Akeem and Julian, because I keep telling them to download TikTok. They do not want to listen to me. I know they're going to be addicted. Have y'all heard about the Elizabeth Hernandez story? This lady right here. I don't know what city she's from, but there's a city where the local newspaper will print an ad of a list of inmates that are getting out of jail. There's also women on TikTok that pretty much pick inmates to go meet when they get out of jail and screw them. I recently found out that there's a whole family for this. I'm trying to get the words out without saying too much and getting banned on TikTok. Liz basically picked this man that was getting out of jail out of the newspaper article. She went to prison to meet him. She showed up there with her son's clothes, her teenage son's clothes, to give to the inmate. She just met him randomly. She took him, got him all cleaned up, got him some shoes, because the shoes he came out of jail with was falling apart. And basically she went and they had them a grand old time. He drove his train through her tunnel. And then she came back and flipped the camera and basically was insinuating how much of a good time they had. And how her socks was up hanging from the ceiling. And it's just a mess, y'all. It's just a mess. The point of this story is there's literally a whole community of women that does this. They pick inmates out of the newspaper to go sleep with. Y'all picking inmates out of the newspaper to go meet them and sleep with them? Sip some wine on that. How do you don't know this person? These are strangers. Do you know what their charges was? What are they there for? How long they been in? Are they clean? Like, how do you know it's not an ex-murderer getting off from doing a bid? Like, good luck. I mean, you can see she's a kooky lady. I went on her TikTok and she's went viral. I mean, when I tell you her story is all over TikTok, you can literally probably just scroll and people back to back is doing their reviews on her situation. She went from having like a little bit of followers to now at almost 100,000 people following her. And she started doing it based off another lady that went viral for doing it. Insane. But that's Elizabeth Hernandez. If y'all interested in the story, look it up. I just think that it's crazy. Real crazy. All right, y'all. It's time for our... You know what? No, we're not going to go there. We're going to save them for last. Child, let's get in and get out. Cheeto got pow. They grazed him. And my only thing about it is, to the power that did it, you only had one job and you grazed them. You lost your life for a graze. You threw your life away for a graze. Like, you couldn't inch the pow over just another inch to go ahead and just drive this thing home for us. So the people are saying that it was staged and they don't think it's real and they think it's fake. But I don't think that it was staged or fake, because there's a lot coming out about the shooter. And apparently the shooter like had mental problems and stuff, and he's that unalived for TikTok. Unalived. He's no longer walking with us. I don't feel no way about it. I mean, everybody's in the uproar. I don't feel no way about it. It just is what it is. Like, yeah, it's Cheeto. Moving right along. DeAndre. Let's get into our DeAndre update. And I know I'm moving pretty fast through all of this, you guys. This was actually a pretty quiet week in the celebrity world. In my opinion, it was not too much that I really wanted to touch on with celebrities. The same shit going on with Megan and Nicki and this and that and that and that. We slowing it down this week. But DeAndre. So basically, Julian's sister has spoken out. Since we last left off, Julian was nowhere to be found. We still have not heard anything from him. DeAndre had passed on and they found him in the shed. But since then, DeAndre's brother has spoken out and Julian's sister has spoken out. I'm going to share clips with you guys for what both of them had to say. Apparently, from what I've researched, Julian is not on the run and he's not wanted as a suspect. So by him not turning himself in, I guess he's not in any kind of trouble. And apparently he's been instructed by an attorney not to speak at all. So he's still in hiding. We still don't know where he is. and a lot of our burning, flaming questions still not answered. One of the big questions was, how did DeAndre even get from upstairs checking on the dogs to now outside running through yards or wherever he was running from? And I'm hearing two different things per my research. One was he jumped from a balcony, and one was he jumped out the window. So I don't know which one of those are actually fact, but we know he jumped from somewhere now. So we have that clarification. It was either a balcony or a window that he jumped from and went off running. The next question was, when he jumped, who was he running from? The update on that is either he was running from Julian, or now alleged Julian's DeAndre's sister husband. Now there's this rumor that apparently DeAndre may have caught Julian and the sister's husband in some kind of an act. There's also a rumor that DeAndre's sister husband has had problems before with being caught with men. So now it's a thing of, when he went upstairs to check on the dogs, did he catch Julian and the wife's husband doing something? And before he can go downstairs and say anything, they chased him out, where he jumped out and chased. And did the husband go chase too? Because we know Julian never left the house. Julian was the one that went and told the sister, allegedly, that he seen him running. If Julian was the one that was chasing him, Julian would have had to come back through the front of the house to get back into the house. And the sister already gave him an alibi and confirmed that he was in the house the whole time. Even down to the point where when she came back in the house, he then fixed himself a plate while they all in a panic, telling her how good the food is. But there's still no word of where was the husband. Where is the husband? The question came up, where's the dog now? And I think that's a logical question. Julian is still missing, or his family knows where he are. They're hiding him. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share both clips together. I'm not going to split it up. So what you're about to see first is the clip from Julian's sister. She exchanged some words with DeAndre's sister. And so, Julian's sister is riding for him. And then you're going to see it's going to flip to DeAndre's brother from his point of view of things. And then you're going to see some clips from the news station. So check these out, and then we'll come back.
Days later, say that my brother called you and you just remembered that he told you he put your brother in a house. Days later, your brother's missing, and days later, you just remember this? Come on, really? But you inboxed me, sis, and you told me, your brother told me that he was scared. That's his words. Your brother told me that he was scared and he was in hiding, and your mom knows where his whereabouts are, but he won't disclose his location. So when did he tell you that he put your brother in a house, sis?
Hip and hand his last hour.
On Saturday, police located Cottrell's body in a shed behind an abandoned house.
We consistently went past that shed over and over and numerous of times, just retracing his steps from what we seen in the evidence that we had found by ourselves. But the thought was never, he's in this shed.
Person of interest.
We need to speak to him because he may hold crucial information in this investigation.
Is it possible that he is in any danger at this moment as well?
It is possible that he's in danger.
And is it possible that he might be a suspect in this case?
Correct.
So calm, you know, hey, your brother just jumped out of a window, and it was just like everybody stopped what they were doing, immediately turned on flashlights and just went to looking.
She says except for Julian.
He was back at the house having him a 4th of July plate.
2 days later, police found DeAndre's body.
So this is where we are with the case. Julian is in hiding. Hopefully we get a break, an update. I haven't seen anything about funeral arrangements. We don't know if they're holding DeAndre's body for like evidence right now and investigation and things like that. This is a very crazy story to go home to your family's house for the holiday weekend. There's a party happening in this house, and then you go missing and come up dead in a shed 24 hours later. And I just have this eerie feeling about it. And it's just like, I don't know, like, was Julian doing something with the husband and when he went up there to check on his dogs, he caught them, and maybe the husband did something to him, and Julian came back downstairs trying to act normal, maybe trying to act like nothing happened. That's a theory. Again, I'm going to stay close to this story because I really do want a conclusion to this. And I don't want this to be one of them stories that we don't know what happened and it become a cold case. But that's my update on the DeAndre and Julian story. And I just keep praying for the family. And I just hope Julian do the right thing. And if you know something, say something. If you loved him the way everybody's trying to say you loved him, like, speak up. Even if you was doing dirt, say something. You know, even if you witnessed the husband attacking him or doing something to him, or whatever the case may have you, like, say something. Like, speak up. You know? And that's all I can really say about it. I'll keep you guys updated on this story because it's really a sad case. And I really hate it anytime one of us, a young black man, young black gay man, loses his life to some kind of violence. It bothers me. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. And with that being said, y'all, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. And I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.